All right, guys, we are back to the channel once again here with our NHL 23 franchise mode. We're here with the Ottawa Senators. It is year number 7 or so, and currently we are seated at 26, 9, and 6. If you missed out on last episode, we had a great start to the season. We are currently seated, where are we in the entire NHL? I think we're third or fourth or something like that in the whole NHL. Yeah, we're third in the entire NHL. We're the second best offensive team and the best defensive team. So I love those statistics for sure. But we on this channel we like to get to the comments, so let's do that. First up, our comment comes from Alexander P. Believe it's his first time commenting. So nice to see you, Alex. He says, great episode again. Really enjoying the series. You should keep it going until NHL 24. Thank you for the kind words. I probably will be keeping it going till NHL 24, and then we'll do a different team. He says, just make sure that no young guy is scratched in the NHL. I will show you guys that right now. We have, I believe it's Kevin Ball and Ekman. I forget his first name. Eustace Noonan here, 29 years old. Kevin Ball, 29 as well. And Adam Edstrom, who is also 29. So a bunch of 29-year-olds scratched. Nobody who needs to grow. But thank you for the comment. Ball and other vets can be in the press box while the young stars get their minutes in the AHL. Yeah, so the guys in the AHL I will show are just in, I'm trying to give them minutes. So a guy like Howard Hunter, who we drafted 3 years ago in the second round, who's still a 67 overall, he's getting time up in that first line. Really, Greg's up here. This guy's a low elite. Rick Corrado, who was trying out for the NHL squad. We also have Gustav Morzov, low elite down here. So all the guys are getting the time that they need for sure. He continues by saying a couple of trades will have to be made in the offseason regardless of the playoff outcomes to allow these young guys to play, as you have way too much NHL ready talent. DeBrincat and the other undersized top 6 guy, Zadorov, should go up front, and Rasmus Andersson should go on the back end to free up prime spots and gain cap space and draft picks. The only untouchable vets should be Stützle, Sanderson, and Shabbat. So love the thoughts there from Alex. Some future thoughts too, which always make me happy, about contracts and things like that. So great to see. If we look at the contracts, we actually don't have any big contracts coming up in the next year. So I do think that we should be able to continue this team for quite some time. Yeah, we can get Christian Havlat for the next 2 years on a two-way deal, right? So I definitely think we should do that. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. And it makes sense. He wouldn't want to sign a one-way $8 million deal at like $2 million, and then we play him in the top 6. He grows. That wouldn't make any sense. So we're going to give him a 2-year deal for 0.875. We'll just give him exactly what he wants. 0.875 for the next 2 years. That makes sense to me. Let's do that right now. But yeah, as I was saying, we don't really have any guys. We can let Tyler Boucher walk now, to be honest. I know he's played all his games with us, but he's a -2. Hasn't really done anything for us, and that will free up a spot for an older guy. We can also probably let Kevin Ball walk at the end of this year, and Adam Edstrom as well. So there is spots that we can free up, and I'll make sure that we don't go over the salary cap, obviously. Goaltending wise, I think we'll probably let Ilya Sorokin walk after this year, but he is having an amazing year with us. And then Marcus Vishnevsky will probably take over the reins. And what does he want? He wants this is a really good deal. We can get him at 2 years at like $1 million. That's pretty crazy. Or like 4 years. Yeah, I like 2 years, keep him as an RFA at like $1.2 million. That seems good to me. Yeah, so we can probably get him let's get him at 2 years, $1.050 million. Let's offer that contract extension. And then Sorokin, what would he want? He would want 1 year at $3 million. Okay, it's not bad. Remember, we only have $10 million to work with, but the team probably won't be changing much. So anyways, that's just a quick look at the contract extensions, but we do have another comment from Fresh, who says, if you're adding anything, add a third or fourth line winger. Defensively, we are good with Ball as our 7th D. But if you want to splash move, trade for Theodore and Stone. Great work in the offseason, working out. Thank you very much, Fresh. So I don't think that we're going to make a big splash just because we don't have the cap space for it. We only have $2 million of cap space, so taking on somebody who making $7 million means we need to move out somebody making around $5 million. So I'm not sure the money will work out that way. But for right now, we are 26-9, and what are we? 26-9-6. So I don't see a reason to make a change quite yet. Closer to the trade deadline, I do have my eyes on a few guys, but let's just keep simulating here. Let's go down to. Ooh, I do want to watch the Calgary game because that's a Stanley Cup final rematch. So, but first, let's watch Columbus first, and then we'll go watch Calgary after that. I do have to do my scouting as well around there. Christian Havlat, easy decision to re-sign. Thank you very much. And Vishnevsky, easy decision as well. So getting some young guys signed on for longer term, which I love to see. And now the winning streak continues here with 3 in a row, 4 in a row there. We're on a 4-game winning streak at the start of this video, which I love to see. So let's jump into this one up against Columbus in the Canadian Tire Center. Let's get it underway, boys. Here we go. So first period now, 2-0 for the Sens. Pablo Kilger and Dmitry Tutin, who is under the hot seat in my opinion. Those goals come 30 seconds from each other and basically in the same spot as well. That's pretty funny. Second period now, 4-0. It's Berkeley Catton and Robert Alfredson scoring on Joseph Wall there. So just asserting our dominance over these Columbus Blue Jackets. That's 5-0 with Damien Pascal ripping one on the power play. And yeah, let's just keep piling it on, boys. 10 minutes left in this period, and you know what, never mind. Robbie Fabry breaks the shutout from Ilya Sorokin, but then Keegan Keatley gets one back to regain the 5-goal lead. Tyler Bertuzzi and Dykes, I don't know how to say that name, they both score to make it a 6-3 win for the Ottawa Senators. 3 stars of the night are Jake Sanderson, Robert Alfredson, and Berkeley Catton. Love to see it, boys. All right, I'm gonna have to go do the scouting now, but I will meet back up with you guys once I'm done that. All right, all that taken care of. So now let's get to the Calgary game, which is a Stanley Cup rematch. We're at the Canadian Tire Center as well, so love to see that. Why would I trade a second in Eustace Newton for a third and a seventh? That makes no sense. And there comes our first loss in 6 games, I think. What was our winning streak? We started the video here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 in our last 7, going up against the Calgary Flames. We are the second best team in the NHL right now, behind the Carolina Hurricanes there. So let's go, or should we see this Calgary Flames game or this one? I don't know. Let's watch the first one. Why not? So let's go into it here and simulate this game. Let's go, boys. Come on. Big Stanley Cup rematch here. So first period underway. It's 1-1. Ruslan Zadorov scores a rare goal, and Gustav Nyquist also scores on Ilya Sorokin. Second period now. And 5-2 for the Ottawa Senators. Love seeing that. Alex DeBrincat's going to score on is it Alex Stolarz or Adam Stolarz? I don't remember. But then Victor Arvidsson scores on Ilya Sorokin. Walker Reimer scores, and then Tim Stützle again, and DeBrincat, or sorry, not again, but Tim Stützle and DeBrincat score within 9 seconds of each other. So love seeing that as an Ottawa fan. So let's get that third period underway now. We are up 5-2, dominating our Stanley Cup rivals. 6-2 now as Ruslan Zadorov pots his second of the game. 7-2 now as Ruslan Zadorov gets a hat trick 2.5 minutes later. This is just a fantastic game from the Sens right now. A clinical defensive performance and offensive, only allowing 2 goals. Yes, on 17 shots, though. I'd like to see a little bit more out of Sorokin. Our 3 stars of the night are Zadorov with 4 points, Walker Reimer with 4 points, and Alex DeBrincat with 3. So a good 7-2 performance after our 4-1 loss means we can go down and watch. Who should we watch? Who do we not really go see very often? Let's go watch Arizona. Why not? And then we'll come down to the trade deadline, and I'll see if I want to make any changes. But this team's doing very well, so I would be a depth move, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? A 9-5 loss against Minnesota there is rough, but then 2 wins in a row before losing to the Buffalo Sabres. Okay, so this month has not been as kind to us as January was, but we do have a matchup now against the Arizona Coyotes, who have a good record. So let's go and see. First, Vasily Podkolzin is going to score on Ilya Sorokin, his countryman, I believe. But first period underway, DeBrincat ties us back up at ones. Second period now, 3-1 for the Sens. Pablo Kilger scores on the power play. DeBrincat gets his second of the night, and shots 23-32 in favor of the Arizona Coyotes, but score in favor of us. For now, we've taken many penalties, but Pablo Kilger scores scores right after that penalty kill is over to give us back the 2-goal lead. Some say it's the worst lead in hockey. I say we're up by 2. I don't care. Now we're up by 3 as Keegan Keatley puts to bed those rumors. 5-2 victory for the Ottawa Senators. Love, boys. These boys are playing hockey today. Ilya Sorokin had a fantastic performance, making 40 saves on 42 shots. Alex DeBrincat with 2 goals. Tim Stützle with 3 assists. The boys are firing on all cylinders. Now we'll go watch the New York Islanders game, and then after that, I'll decide if I want to make any changes. But I don't think I do, really, because we are playing some really good hockey. As I say that, though, we lose 2 in a row, but then we win 2 in a row. So, see, if we get stretches like that, I don't really care that much, especially because, we haven't clinched the playoffs, but we already have 38 wins, 59 games for the season. So I'm not really worried about making the playoffs, if I'm being quite honest. We're still at the top of our division. And, third place in our division has 65 points. So there's going to be something drastic will have to happen in order for us to not make the playoffs. But that being said, I want to make sure Marcus Vishnevsky is in the net for this game because I feel like he hasn't been getting many games. And look at this. Alex DeBrincat, I don't remember what his point pace was before, but he has 75 points in 59 games. He's killing it on that first line alongside of Tim Stützle and Damien Pascal. That's very nice to see. Let's go to our goaltenders, though, and throw Vishnevsky in there. Ilya Sorokin has dropped to an 82 overall now. It's important to note that, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that. And that is kind of the reason why I don't really want to bring him back. This third line is killing it, man. Dmitry Tutin now up to an 85 overall. Robert Alfredsson still at an 83. Also, he has 40 penalty minutes. Robert Alfredsson, you got to be a little more disciplined, man. But other than that, Pablo Kilgore with a 30-goal season already in his sophomore year. Yeah, these boys are playing some real good hockey for us. What's Berkeley Catton done? 16 points -2. He's playing fourth line time, though. I'm not really worried about it. And Christian Havlid, 12 points -5. All right, fair enough. Defensively, we're just going to take a quick look. Rasmus Anderson +8. Don Ritchie in his rookie season, 15 points in 59 games, +6. Jake Clemenson is +17. That's why we got him there. And then this top line is plus almost 30 is Jake Sanderson. And they both have 3 goals and 35 assists, which is kind of funny. But okay, anyways, I just wanted to come in here to throw Marcus Vishnevsky in the net for our last game before the trade deadline. So let's make it a good one, boys. The New York Islanders in our home ice at Canadian Tire Center. So first period, that's a 3-1 lead for now. That first line gets it done every single night. Grigory Denisenko is going to score on Vishnevsky, but then Pablo Kilgore reinstates our 2-goal lead. Second period now, 4-1 for the Sens. Pablo Kilgore with his second of the night, right? Yeah, second of the night on the power play as well. Pablo Kilgore is a power play specialist. That man just stands on his one-timer and rips them past whatever goaltender is in the net there. Aturatu, is that how you say his name, Aturatu? Or is it, I used to say Adurati, but I don't know if it is that. Scores on Marcus Vishnevsky, but we still have a 2-goal lead, so let's try to maintain that. We also have 46 shots on goal. I wish EA kept track of stats like that. So we could see like how many, who is the team that shoots the most in the league, who allows the most shots, things like that. But either way, Alex DeBrincat first star with 4 points, Pablo Kilgore with 2 goals, Tim Stützle with 1 goal. So Alex DeBrincat, every time we've gone into simulation, has performed incredibly well. And speaking of, why not take a look at the statistics? This is probably going to be a bit of a shorter video. I feel like I say that every episode. But either way, we do have DeBrincat, who has 79 points in 60 games. Tim Stützle with 63 in 60. Ruslan Todorov, who is a point per game as well. Love seeing that. Damien Pascal, 57. Pablo Kilgore, 55. Walker Reimer, 49. So our top 6 all in the 79 to 50 range, 80 to 50 range, if you want to round for me. Jake Sanderson and Thomas Chabot with the exact same stat line. Only difference is plus, minus, and penalty minutes there. That's kind of funny. Keegan Keatley on that third line. So we are getting our depth scoring a little bit. Kind of drops off a bit after that, but still, I'm very, very proud of this team. They're playing really well right now. So I do enjoy seeing that. Marcus Vishnevsky at 906 save percentage, 2.61. So our goaltending has dropped off a little bit. but we are still on a great point pace. So I'll go take a look at the trade blocks and see if I want to make any moves. Okay, guys, so I'm looking at a deal for Tyler Seguin. He has not played a single game this year, but he was still getting it done the last few years that he was in Dallas, man. Like 3 years ago, scoring 60 points. Last year, scoring 48 and 42 points. But now he's not even playing in for the New York Islanders. So I'm really, really looking at this. The only thing is that they are, they're listed as a seller, but they're 30, 24, and 7. So they could be making a push for the playoffs here. But I do think that Tyler Seguin would be a massive addition to the team. He's a playmaker. I would like to see his defensive stats a little bit higher, but I know he's Tyler Seguin. I know he simulates well. The thing that drops off most are his skating and his physical, because he's 38. But look at his puck skills are still there, his senses are still there, his shooting's still there. So I would definitely be down for this as like a third depth guy, somebody we can throw in the playoffs if things start to go bad. I would and then Gregory O'Reilly, somebody we drafted 2 years ago. We probably drafted him around 48 overall, 49 overall, low elite, no X factors, and he's 19 and hasn't really grown that much. Only at 54 overall at 19. If we look at the rest of our prospect pool, our rookie skaters, we see, guys at 18 over him. This guy's 20 and he's 61, but he's also medium elite. This guy at 19, who's low elite, is way over him, 65 overall. A low elite here at 19 is 68 overall. So it's weird how they grow. Some of them grow, some of them don't, but that's why we get a quantity of prospects, and while having them good as well. So I think this might go through, which is why I want to pick up some draft picks for this, or for next year, because I don't really have many draft picks next year. So I'd grab a 4th and a 7th. What do you say to this? Let's see if they say yes. I don't know if they will. It might be too much. Rejected. Okay, too far off. What about just the 4th? Rejected. You're a bit off. Okay. I'll do a 5th next year, a fifth and a 7th next year. Why not? Rejected. Okay, just a 5th. Oh, they would do this for just a 5th, but we would have to move down Vishnevsky. Why would we have to move Vishnevsky down? Could we move Eustace and Noonan instead? Or what if we give them a Noonan here? Because our goaltenders in the system. So we have Sorokin, Vishnevsky. And then in the system, it's Marilainen with Kadri. So a Noonan could leave. Yeah, what if we just give them a Noonan and then we pick up a 7th with that pick there? So a 5th and a 7th next year for our troubles here for throwing in Eustace and Noonan for you guys. Rejected. Okay, what about just straight up? That's accepted, and we believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in New York, so we are happy to accept your offer. Thank you very much for the deal, New York. So we pick up Tyler Seguin for this team. Oh baby, that's a massive addition, and we can even put him in there maybe instead of Tyler Boucher, who's probably leaving us this year, instantly, because these guys are minus anyways. So what's the point in keeping them all together? They're minus. Tyler Boucher can no longer grow. So I'd be down to throw in Tyler Seguin right now. But also, we are a good team, right? And I don't want to change anything too crazy because, does the team start performing poorly then? You said that I would not want that to happen. But for now, let's throw him there and see what happens. What if we do like this? Can we get any chemistry? No, we can't. Okay. Fair enough. So let's get Tyler Seguin on his side. Let's get Berkeley Catton in the middle, and then Christian Havlet on the left there. 3 playmakers together, but I know Tyler Seguin can shoot that puck. So this is how we're going to start for after the trade deadline. I think it's a good compromise here. Not making a crazy deal, but Tyler Seguin can definitely help us out. And so let's simulate to the next game. I will show you guys I'm going to just keep current trade block, and we're going to just sim through it. And I will show you guys the moves that happened at the deadline and things like that right now. So let's go to them here. It's weird how you have to do this. Player picks and trading, yeah. So let's scroll all the way down first. Why not see the moves that we should see? Our move first. There it is. So we pick up Tyler Seguin. And then here it is. So Rickard Rakell goes to Arizona. He was somebody I was thinking about. Rickard Rakell also had no games played with Detroit, so he was another guy that I was kind of thinking about. Alexander Holt goes to Philadelphia. Vladimir Tarasenko to New York from St. Louis. That was somebody else who was in my mind. Jacob Bernard-Docker moves from Vegas to Washington, and they pick up a second-round pick for him as well. That's pretty cool. Mikey Anderson to Philadelphia. Nice defenseman. Alexander Romanov goes to New Jersey. Elvis Merzlikins goes to Colorado. Okay. Martin Kaut to Anaheim, who's like an 86 overall in this universe, which is pretty nuts. Gustav Forsling to the Devils. Nolan Foote to Minnesota. Ivan Provorov to the Devils as well. So the Devils stocking up on Gustav Forsling and Ivan Provorov. Some defensive depth there. Semyon Argarchintsev to the Washington Capitals. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Name right, by the way, guys. And then Ross Colton there to Carolina. So no big names moving. Actually, I guess in this universe, Martin Kaut is a pretty big name. So fair enough. Nothing too insane happening, but that's what happened at the trade deadline there. Just some depth pieces moving around. I do find that happens quite a bit where the AI is fairly reluctant to move like superstar players. There's no Ryan O'Reilly tradings like in the real world this year. But either way, here we go. First period with our new team, and Pablo Kilger and Don Ritchie score to give us a 2-0 lead. But then Dylan Strome puts one in against Marcus Vishnevsky, who will probably be getting more starts now that Ilya Sorokin is only an 82 overall. Second period, 3-1 for us. Damien Pascal scores on Yusei Saros. Now we have a 2-goal lead. We're going to kill that penalty off, right, boys? That's a long one, though, but we do indeed kill it off. And then Pablo Kilger score. I feel like Pablo Kilger is everywhere in the slow simulations. He is everything right now. Bobalev is going to score on Marcus Vishnevsky there, but Vishnevsky's still rocking a decent save percentage for now. Let's try to keep that up, boys. Keep that defense in front of him, blocking shots, things of that nature. And there we go. A good game from Ottawa. A real good game. Pablo Kilger, Damien Pascal, first 2 stars, and then Bobalev as the 3rd star. So now we got nothing left to do except simulate to basically the end of the season. We could win the President's Trophy. That would be super nice, winning the President's. But yeah, let's just start simulating. Let's go see. We can see some games here. Why not? Let's watch. Where did I just get Tyler Seguin from? I don't even remember. Of course, it was the Islanders, who we've already gone and seen, so I don't want to go see them again. Any like good team, like really, really good matchups that we could maybe see in the playoffs? Well, Vancouver could be a matchup. Yeah, let's go see Vancouver. Why not? So let's get some week simulated here. I am going to keep track on how the team performs, though, because we do have a new roster with Tyler Seguin in there. Okay, that's like we went 500 that week, basically. We are losing a little bit here, which I'm not too happy about. But then 2 wins in a row, 3 wins in a row. Okay, we're back. Then a loss, but then right back in the win column. So we're definitely a good team, and we've clinched the playoffs so far. We are currently the best team in the NHL. And we're going up against the Vancouver Canucks, who are, where are they? Vancouver, they're not even in a playoff spot. Wow, 34, 32, and 9, not good enough for a playoff spot. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. They're barely 500. But let's go watch them anyways. We're almost towards the end of the year. We have 40. Remember, when we started this video, we were on pace for what, 52, 18, and 12, I think, or something like that. So let's try to keep our pace. I'm not sure if we're going to get 52. Actually, yeah, we might be able to get 52 wins. Anyways, let's go see this game up against Vancouver here. We're in the Canadian Tire Center, too. I feel like all of our games that we've watched have been at home, which I love. First period, we're down 2-0. The first time we've been losing in quite some time in the slow sim. But hang on, the boys are going to bring it back. Don't worry. Second period. I was right. 2-2 for 2-2 tie. Christian Havlid gets a goal, and Thomas Chabot also scores. In the third period now, we are leading in the shot category, but the only numbers that matter, those big 2s in the middle of your screen there. We have been taking many penalties, though, which I don't like. I feel like we're kind of an undisciplined team. I think you can actually look at that in the stats. You can look at times shorthanded. Which I might have to do. Tim Stützle gets the go-ahead goal for us, though, and we have 42 shots. We win that game 4-2, but it's more 3-2. A shorthanded goal does not really count for too much, in my opinion, anyways. Damien Pascal with 2 points, Tim Stützle with a goal, and Ilya Sorokin with a 923 save percentage, 24 saves on 26 shots. Nothing to sneeze at there. He did his best for us. So now it's the road to 52 wins, which would tie a Senators record, I believe. So let's just simulate to this Minnesota game, who's always an amazing team with Kirill Kaprizov and Austin Matthews in their lineup. Now we have 50. Okay, we're on 50 wins. Oh man, I desperately want that 52 wins, maybe 53 win season. We got to win 3 out of the last 6 games. We got to go 500 here in the last 6 games. So let's see. Let's try to beat. Minnesota's a rough team. We lose, and then we lose to Detroit as well. So now we've got to win 3 out of 4. Come on, to beat the record anyways. Let's go here. Come on, give me that win. Okay, win against Carolina. That's 1. Now I need 1 more win to tie and 2 to win. That's another. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh no, we did it. I simulated too many days. I think we now are the best Ottawa Senators team of all time. Let me just check the records real quick. Yes, we are. I wanted to go and watch that game, but I simulated too many days. I did my math wrong, but if we look here, we are the best team since the 05-06 Ottawa Senators, who were coached by Brian. Is that Brian Murray? Oh my goodness. And the 02-03 Senators as well. They both went 52, 21, and 8, or and 9, I guess 52, 21, and 9. So we're the best team since then. But we can end on an even better note. We can end with 54 wins, and we have a tough Philadelphia Flyers team who are the top of their conference. Yeah, I think we've clinched the President's Trophy as well, so that's really exciting news. But we're up here against Philadelphia. Let's end our season on a good winning streak, boys. Come on, we can do it. First period. 2-1 for Philadelphia. Okay, not the end of the world. Christian Havlat gets us back within 1. So 3 minutes left in that period. So here we go. Second period now. We just need 1, boys. We don't get it. All right, fair enough. But we are still only down by 1. At least the lead doesn't grow for the Philadelphia Flyers there in the second period. But it grows now as Alexander Holtz is going to score for his new team. I believe he moved at the deadline, if my memory serves me correct. That's a power play for us now. We're a deadly power play team, but we cannot capitalize on it. But Alex DeBrincat scores in regulation. Now we need 1 more, boys. Tyler Seguin, where have you been? But no, Cam York scores shorthanded to give his team the win, and they end off on a high note, whereas we end off on a bit of a low note, but nothing too crazy. Those were the 3 stars. Keaton Primo was the first one. I saw, let's get to the end of the season now. Make sure everybody's played 82 games. There we go. Has everyone played 82? I think so. So let's check the lead statistics. And oh my goodness, that's why I didn't want to be in the normal screen. I wanted to see what Alex DeBrincat did for us. And he goes and scores 99 points, almost 100. He's so close to that 100 mark. 1 point away, obviously, there. So but still an amazing season from DeBrincat. 49 goals as well. That must be a career high, right? Because he hasn't really been scoring that much. Yeah, career high since his time in Chicago. Also a point career high and assists. Yes, and assists as well, ties his career high for assists. So an amazing season out of Alex DeBrincat. He's our first line right winger for a reason, and we do have him for another year after this one at $9.5 million. Ruslan Zadorov, same deal as Alex DeBrincat, and giving us amazing production as well. 85 points in 82 games. Great seeing that. Tim Stützle now 84 and 82. That's his career high. Not in the real world, but in this universe. 84, definitely his career high. Pablo Kilger in his only his second season in the NHL. Right? Sorry, I'm sorting by the wrong thing here. Only his second season in the NHL, and he goes and ups his point total by 33 points. Also, his plus minus is crazy this year. 47, 32, and 79. He's going to want a boatload of money in the next few seasons. Damien Pascal is here as well on a 7-year deal for us. He has 78 points in 82 games. That's great. Walker Reimer as well, 73 and 82. Amazing. Thomas Chabot with a great season, 62. Is that a career high for the kid? Yes, it is. A career high for Thomas Chabot at the age of 33, just getting better and better, playing alongside of the $11 million man, Jake Sanderson, who scores 55 in 82. Is that his career high? Ties his career high from last season. Just so many. Keegan Keatley in his rookie season, I think it's his rookie season, right? Yeah, in his rookie season, he scores 28 goals and 16 assists for 44 points. Dimitri Tutin, okay, a bit of a, not a drop, but 42 points in 82 games is not awful. Robert Alfredson, 38 in his rookie season, that's okay. Noah Dobson with 27, Rasmus Anderson with 23. These two guys just back there. Hold it down defensively, boys. That's all I care about. Berkeley Catton with 22. In 82, -4, which is rough. Don Ritchie with 21 in his rookie season. That's great. Christian Havlid with 19 in his rookie season, but he's playing on that fourth line, so can't expect too much. Jake Clemenson with 19, Tyler Boucher with 11, and Tyler Seguin with 11 in as many. So Tyler Seguin has the same amount of points as Tyler Boucher, playing a third of the games. He also was 0 on that line, which is good because they were a big minus before. So I'm very happy with the Tyler Seguin pickup. He goes and has a good 22 games with us. So let's see, are we going to win any awards this year? Oh, wait, hang on. Let's look at the goalies, too. Always forget about the goalies. Ilya Sorokin, 15 and 7 with 2 shutouts, 908 save percentage, 2.66 goals against average. And these guys' stats almost identical, not in their win and loss records, but both have 2 shutouts. 908, both have 908 save percentage, but Marcus Vishnevsky just with a 2.65, whereas Ilya Sorokin has that 2.66. Looking around the league at goalies, who's going to win the Vezina? It's probably, it could be Lucas Dostal, but it might be Carter Hart as well, who had more wins but a worse save percentage. Other than that, Sorokin's kind of in the mix, but no, it's between Lucas Dostal and Carter Hart there. For rookie skaters, we're going to switch it up this time. René Despres, who was the first overall selection last year, has 60 points in 82 games, playing first line ice time. Congratulations to him. He's probably going to win it, though he's a -10, whereas Brendan Pera, who was a first round pick 2 years ago or 3 years ago, is a +1 with 59 points. So definitely a race between these two. And then third on that list is Keegan Keatley, who had way more goals, 28 goals, most goals in the rookie class. But that's probably not going to get him any first place votes. Let's look at rookie goalies. Anybody here? Always sorts by points. Another EA glitch. Robert Aumann. Not enough to get the Calder, but had a decent season. He does have a positive record. 899 save percentage for a rookie is, I've seen much worse, so you'll take that if you're an Arizona fan. And now the moment of truth, of course. It's so hard to compete with these two. They're playing on the same line for the last, how long have they been playing on the same line for? Let's see. The last 6 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they've been 100-point men every single year. Kaprizov and Matthews both getting it done, both 32 years of age as well. So they're not going to be here for much longer, but definitely an amazing duo. Then Nathan MacKinnon bringing up the rear with 68 goals. Oh my goodness. And then Alex DeBrincat in 4th place is very respectable. Martin Necas fell off a cliff. You remember last episode, he was on pace for 120 points. Does not reach that, but still had a good season. Vishnevsky, Mikko Rantanen, and Leon Draisaitl with 88. Where's Connor McDavid, huh? Is he going to be under point per game? Not quite, but he's close. Same amount of points as Ruslan Zadorov, which is pretty funny. Looking at goals, I'd be shocked if it's not Nathan MacKinnon. It is he who has probably won the Rocket the last many seasons in a row. What else can we look at? What other game-winning goals? Let's see. 12 tied between Tage Thompson and Nathan MacKinnon. Who's the power play merchants in the league? Who's getting all their points on the power play? It's Connor McDavid and Alex DeBrincat. Love that Alex DeBrincat is scoring on the power play. It just means that our power play is clicking at a very strong pace. Who are some good short-handed players? Martin Necas, Devon Taves, nice. Robert Svedberg. Is he a two-way forward? Nice little season out of Robert Svedberg. Hard to say that name. But those are the stats around the entire league for those players. Now let's take a look at the team stats, and I believe that we have brought home a trophy here, boys. Yes, we have first place in the entire league. That gets us the President's Trophy, 53, 20, and 9. Great season from us, 70% point percentage, and 4 goals for per game. That's the best in the NHL. So we were the 3rd best offensive team in the NHL at the start of this episode. Now we're the best, and defensively, we kind of slacked off a little bit. Yeah, we're only the 2nd best team in the NHL in that category, those big slackers. Power play percentage, the best in the NHL. Big improvement over the last few seasons, so I'm loving that. And the penalty kill percentage is the best so best special teams in the entire NHL. That's amazing. Time shorthanded too, though. We're quite an undisciplined team. We're the 5th most times shorthanded. but we have some of the lowest power play goals against. So the fifth most short-handed team, but we're the fourth lowest power play goals against. So that's a pretty cool stat. We also don't draw many penalties, kind of in the middle there. A really good season out of us, an amazing season. But now it's time, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We knew we were going to be a playoff team. If you guys watched last episode, look at our AHL. Our AHL people, they have 5 games in a row. That is rough. My goodness. But either way, we have to find out who we're going to be playing against. We're the best team in the NHL. Who are we going to be put up against for the playoffs? And it is the Columbus Blue Jackets. I believe this is the first time we've been seeing them in this universe here. So let's take a look at their roster. Oh no, it's not. I remember now. We played them in the Eastern Conference Finals? I think it was either the Eastern Conference Finals or round 2 of last year. But judging by how many playoff games they had, oh no, it wasn't. Wait, oh no, Eli Tolvanen was on Calgary, so we played him in the. Yeah, we played Eli Tolvanen in the finals last year. But I think we also played Columbus, if I'm remembering correctly. I thought we did. Who's been here for a while? You've been here for the last 2 years, so let's see. Yeah, we did. We played them last year too on our road to the Stanley Cup final. We played them in the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, so I wasn't going insane. They have a pretty good team looking at it. They've brought in our kryptonite, Eli Tolvanen. If you guys watched the Calgary series, who's making $12 million. Holy smokes. If you guys watched the Calgary series of a few years ago, or no, of last year, where we won the cup, Tolvanen had many chances in that series, and he scored quite a few goals as well. Robbie Fabry is a first-line center. More of a second-line center in my opinion, but can definitely get it done. And then Grayson Seabrook, medium top 6 guy, playmaker. What does he do in the regular season? 50 points in 82 games. It's not awful, but I think our first line beats out theirs. I think we can say that pretty comfortably. I also think our second line beats theirs out as well. Tyler Bertuzzi, a good player for sure, 60 points. But he's no Ruslan Zadorov, who had 85 for us. Then Alexander Wenberg, same thing, more of a third line guy, not fourth line guy, but like a third line, second line guy. Don't know if he should be getting full top 6 minutes. Trevor Morris, not good enough for the second line, I don't think. The third line, they have a 77 overall, so hopefully our third line can do work against them. But Cole Sillinger, 85 overall on their second line. It could definitely be a problem. Andreas Johnsson as well, good depth here. So they do have some depth for sure. With 83 overall, Kent Johnson, Lawson Krause, and Tanner Janot. They do have a good team, a pretty deep team, but they just don't have that star power. They do have Eli Tolvanen, who's going to be a problem, but other than that, I think we should be okay. Defensively, where they are always strong, if you guys know franchise mode, they do have Werenski, Jiricek, and Denton Matejchuk, who they've had for quite some time now. A good blue line, but they don't have the depth again. Here they have 79, 78 overall. We have 85s here. And then we have 82s, 83s on our left side with, a very similar top pairing to them. And then goaltending, who is it between the pipes? Jake Ottinger. Wow, the guy we were deciding between, last year we were deciding between Jake Ottinger and Ilya Sorokin. We went with Ilya Sorokin because Jake Ottinger had the worst stats. But now he might be coming back to haunt us. 85 overall, an amazing goaltender in the real world, obviously. Any scratched players? No. So this is the team that we are looking at here. Gotta watch out for Eli Tolvanen, and they have good depth for sure. So this is not going to be an easy first round, despite us being the best team in hockey. But I have faith in the boys. We went 53, 20, and 9 for a reason, and we're going to show them that in the next episode. But if you liked it, give it a like, comment if you're new, and subscribe. You know what to do. You've been on YouTube for long enough, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.